Welcome. Today we are going to explore some of the most valuable and highly sought-after coins in the history of Australian currency. The top 6 $1 coins have taken the coin-collecting world by storm. These aren't just ordinary coins. They include rare gold issues, silver versions, fascinating error coins, and even pieces found in unusual or dirty conditions that make them stand out as treasures worth a fortune. Each of these coins has a story to tell. From unexpected minting mistakes to unique color shades and rare variations, these coins have become major players in the world of collectors and investors. They are not just pieces of metal. They are history frozen in time, treasures that carry incredible value in today's market. For collectors, these coins are like hidden jewels, and for everyday people, they hold the possibility of unimaginable wealth if discovered by chance. Whether you are a passionate coin enthusiast, an investor searching for rare opportunities, or simply someone who appreciates the beauty and significance of Australian currency, this video is made for you. So get ready, because we're about to dive into the fascinating world of Australia's most valuable $1 coins. Let's begin our countdown with the very first coin on the list. The year 1984 was a turning point in Australian currency history. For the first time, the humble $1 note was replaced with a brand new coin. People at the time thought little of it. It was simply a new way to carry money in their pockets. But what they did not realize was that this first release, the 1984 Australian $1 coin, would go on to become one of the most talked about and sought after coins in the world of numismatics. Today, it stands not only as a milestone in Australia's monetary story, but also as a hidden fortune for those lucky enough to hold the rarest examples. What makes this coin so extraordinary is its place as the very first in the $1 coin series. Every collection begins with 1984, and that alone gives it immense importance. But even more than its history, certain coins from that year carry rare minting errors, striking flaws, or have survived decades in untouched, pristine condition. These coins are no longer worth $1. They are worth millions in the eyes of collectors, and their value continues to climb as fewer perfect examples remain. Imagine reaching into an old coin jar, pulling out what looks like an ordinary $1,984, and discovering it is a life-changing treasure. That moment of realization has happened for a few lucky people, and it has transformed their lives in an instant. What was once pocket change has become a golden key to wealth. Proof that fortune often hides in the most ordinary of places. This is the magic that makes the 1984 $1 coin legendary. The coin itself carries designs that tell a story. On one side, Queen Elizabeth II is portrayed with timeless dignity, symbolizing the continuity of the Commonwealth. On the reverse, the bounding kangaroos leap across the surface, celebrating the energy, resilience, and identity of Australia. Yet for all its beauty, it is the rare flaws and preserved brilliance of certain coins that push them into the realm of unimaginable wealth. Collectors know that owning one of these is like holding history, art, and fortune in the palm of your hand. At auctions, when a rare 1984 $1 coin surfaces, the atmosphere changes. Collectors and investors battle fiercely, bidding not just for a coin but for prestige and power. Prices climb rapidly, breaking records and shocking onlookers. What begins as a simple bid of a few $1,000s often escalates into the hundreds of thousands, and in extraordinary cases, millions. Each sale adds to the legend of the 1984 $1 coin and fuels the dream that anyone could be holding one without even knowing it. For those who already own one, the question is profound. Should they sell now and enjoy instant riches? Or should they hold on, trusting that the value will only grow with time? One thing is certain. To part with such a treasure cheaply would be a mistake of a lifetime. This coin is no ordinary currency. It is a fortune disguised as metal, a rare artifact of history capable of rewriting someone's destiny. Beyond the money, the 1984 $1 coin carries an aura of mystery. Why did certain minting errors happen? How did some coins remain untouched in flawless condition, while millions of others faded into circulation? Each coin has its own story, its own secret journey through time, and it is this mystery that adds to its allure. Collectors are not just buying a coin. They are buying a piece of history, a key to unlocking stories of the past and dreams of the future. So, if you ever come across a 1984 Australian $1 coin, don't dismiss it as spare change. Don't trade it lightly or overlook its significance. Take the time to study it, to understand its details, and you may discover you are holding something worth millions. This coin is more than currency. It is beauty, history, and unimaginable wealth combined. The 1984 $1 coin is living proof that sometimes the smallest things carry the power to change your fortune overnight. Next up, the year 1985 might look like just another page in Australia's history, but for coin collectors, it represents one of the most powerful chapters in the story of modern currency. The 1985 Australian $1 coin was only the second year this denomination had ever been minted, following the debut of 1984. While ordinary people saw it as just pocket change, the truth is that rare examples of this coin have become treasures of unimaginable value in today's market. For those who discover one, it can mean the difference between an ordinary life and overnight wealth. Unlike the first year of 1984, the 1985 $1 coin is scarcer. Fewer were produced, and even fewer survived the decades in pristine condition. Add to this the handful of coins struck with minting errors, double strikes, off-centering, or unusual toning, and you have a recipe for rarity that makes collectors go wild. These coins are not valued by the dollar printed on them, but by the story they tell, the rarity they embody, and the wealth they represent. Picture this. Someone sorting through an old drawer of coins, ready to spend them without a second thought, when suddenly they stumble upon a 1985 $1 coin. At first glance, it looks like any other, but a closer inspection reveals its unique features. That small discovery could turn into millions of dollars, enough to transform their life in a heartbeat. This is what makes the 1985 $1 coin so legendary. It hides its fortune behind an ordinary face. The design itself is timeless. On the obverse, the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II reflects tradition and the Commonwealth's enduring history. On the reverse, 5 kangaroos leap across the surface, celebrating the spirit and energy of Australia. But while the design is shared by all, only the rarest examples, those untouched by circulation or marked by extraordinary errors, achieve the kind of value that makes headlines and shakes the world of coin collecting. Whenever a flawless 1985 $1 coin appears at auction, the energy in the room changes instantly. Bidders know they are not just competing for a piece of metal, but for wealth and prestige. Prices climb rapidly. Tens of thousands, then hundreds of thousands, and in extreme cases, the value soars into the millions. Each auction fuels the legend of this coin, proving once again that something so small can hold unimaginable power. For the fortunate few who already own one of these coins, the decision is enormous. Should they cash in now and walk away with instant wealth, or hold it as a long-term treasure, knowing its value will only grow with time? One thing is certain. To sell such a coin cheaply will be a mistake that can never be undone. This is not just a collectible. It is a life-changing possession, a hidden fortune disguised as pocket change. Collectors are fascinated not only by the wealth attached to this coin, but also by the mystery it carries. Why do certain minting errors exist? How did some coins remain untouched, protected for decades, while others were lost to the wear and tear of circulation? Each 1985 $1 coin has its own story, its own hidden journey through time, and it is this blend of history and fortune that keeps the demand burning strong among collectors worldwide. So, if you ever come across a 1985 Australian $1 coin, do not underestimate its potential. Look closely, study its features, and never part with it at a low price. You may be holding in your hands not just a coin, but a miracle, an object capable of changing your destiny overnight. The 1985 $1 coin is more than currency. It is history, beauty, and wealth combined into one, waiting to reward those lucky enough to recognize its true power. Next up, the year 1994 may not sound like ancient history, but when it comes to Australian currency, it carries one of the most fascinating and valuable treasures ever struck, the 1994 $1 coin. To the everyday spender back then, this coin was nothing more than change for groceries or a bus ride. But today, certain rare examples of the 1994 $1 coin have risen to staggering values, making them some of the most desirable pieces in the world of coin collecting. For the lucky person who holds one, it could mean instant fortune and a life transformed overnight. What makes the 1994 $1 coin so powerful is not just its design, but its rarity and mysterious variations. Some coins minted in that year feature rare errors, off-center strikes, unusual misprints, or slight design anomalies that escaped unnoticed during production. Others have survived the decades untouched, gleaming in near-perfect condition. Their surface is flawless. These small but crucial differences are exactly what separate an ordinary coin from one worth millions in the eyes of collectors. Imagine sifting through an old box of coins, spotting a 1994 $1 piece, and dismissing it as just pocket change, only to later discover that it holds the power to make you a millionaire overnight. That is the magic of this coin. It hides in plain sight, blending with the ordinary, yet secretly carrying a value far beyond what anyone could imagine. For many collectors, finding this coin is like winning the lottery, a once-in-a-lifetime discovery that changes everything. The artistry of the coin itself adds to its allure. On one side, the noble portrait of Queen Elizabeth II reflects strength, tradition, and history. On the reverse, the 5 kangaroos leap across the coin's surface, a symbol of Australia's spirit and progress. But while the design is beautiful, it is not the artwork alone that gives this coin its legendary status. Instead, it is the rare variations, those coins with subtle differences and unique minting stories, that elevate the 1994 $1 into a realm of priceless value. When rare examples of the 1994 $1 coin appear at auction, the energy in the room becomes electric. Bidders raise their hands fiercely, knowing they're not just buying a coin, but seizing a fortune. The price begins at thousands, but climbs rapidly into the hundreds of thousands, and in some cases, beyond $1 million. Each sale fuels the legend of this coin, turning it into more than just currency. It becomes a dream, a trophy, a treasure unlike any other. For the fortunate owners of this coin, the decision is life-changing. Do they sell and enjoy instant riches, or do they hold on, letting the coin's value rise even higher as time passes? One thing is certain. The 1994 $1 coin should never be undervalued or sold cheaply. It is not just a collectible. It is a golden key, capable of opening doors to wealth, luxury, and a new chapter in life. The mystery surrounding this coin makes it even more irresistible to collectors. Why do certain errors exist? How did some coins survive untouched for decades, while others faded into circulation? Each rare example carries its own hidden story, a unique journey through history that makes it special. It is this blend of mystery and fortune that keeps collectors searching tirelessly, always hoping to uncover the next $1 million coin. So, if you ever come across a 1994 Australian $1 coin, don't make the mistake of treating it as loose change. Look closer, study its details, and recognize its potential. You may be holding more than just a coin. You may be holding a life-changing fortune, a piece of history, and a key to an extraordinary future. The 1994 $1 coin proves that even the smallest things can carry the greatest power to transform your destiny forever. The year 1995 may seem like just another moment in the history of Australian currency, but within that year lies a coin so powerful, so rare, and so extraordinary that it has become a legend in the world of numismatics. The Australian $1 coin of 1995 is not just a piece of money. It is a silent treasure, holding unimaginable wealth for those fortunate enough to discover it. Ordinary in appearance, yet extraordinary in value, this coin is a sleeping giant that has the power to change fortunes overnight. What makes the 1995 $1 coin so fascinating is its scarcity and pristine condition, and the errors that were produced in extremely limited numbers. Tiny minting anomalies, such as double strikes, misaligned dies, or rare toning shades, turned this simple dollar into an object worth millions today. To the untrained eye, it looks like a normal piece of pocket change, but collectors know that certain variations from this year are almost priceless, sparking fierce bidding wars whenever they appear on the market. Imagine this. You're soaring through an old jar of coins, the kind tucked away in cupboards for decades, and suddenly you spot a $1 coin from 1995. At first glance, you think nothing of it, but as you look closer, you notice unusual details. Perhaps a striking error, perhaps a flawless shine untouched by circulation. In that moment, you could be holding a miracle worth millions of dollars, a coin that could turn you from an ordinary person into an overnight billionaire. The beauty of a 1995 design lies not only in its iconic depiction of 5 leaping kangaroos on reverse, and the regal portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse. But in the hidden rarity beneath those familiar faces, these coins represent the spirit of Australia, resilient, energetic, and proud. Yet among them, a few rare survivors have become symbols of fortune and destiny, standing as treasures far beyond their face value. Every time a rare 1995 $1 coin appears at auction, the atmosphere transforms. Collectors and investors lock their eyes on the prize, knowing they are not just competing for a piece of metal but for history itself. Bids climb higher and higher, often reaching sums that most people could never imagine for something once exchanged over a shop counter. In those moments, the true worth of the 1995 coin is revealed, and the myth surrounding it grows stronger. For those who are lucky enough to own one, the decision is life-changing. Do you hold on to it, watching its value climb higher with every passing year? Or do you sell it and walk away with wealth that could transform your life forever? The truth is simple. Letting go of this coin cheaply will be one of the greatest mistakes you could ever make, because it is more than currency. It is a fortune in disguise. Collectors see the 1995 $1 coin not just as a financial asset, but as a relic of mystery. Why were only certain coins struck with these rare variations? How did some remain untouched, protected for decades, while others faded into the background of everyday transactions? Each coin carries a hidden story, a journey of survival that makes it unique, and this only adds the magic and allure that surrounds it. So, if you ever come across a 1995 Australian $1 coin, don't rush to spend it or dismiss it as common change. Study it, treasure it, and understand the power it carries. Because in your hands, you may hold not just a simple coin, but a once-in-a-lifetime discovery, a hidden gem worth millions, a symbol of wealth and history combined, and a chance to change your destiny in an instant. See you in the next video.